To start step 1, head out into the hallway and interact with the elevator, which will start a sequence in which you must survive and defend yourself. Once complete, the window to your right will smash open, you'll be able to mantle through it and interact with the blue control panel. Upon doing so, you'll see a series of letters that will appear on the walls, starting right above that control panel and then heading out into the hallway towards the end of it. The 3 letters that you find make up the password for the lock found in the room just behind where the shattered glass is. Unlock the locker, take the elevator keycard from within it and take it to the elevator to go down into the reception. Now this part of the map is divided into 4 sections. Every time you open one of these sections, a lockdown will begin and a bunch of zombies will run towards you and you must survive. Fear not though, because if you die, this map has an awesome checkpoint system in which you can just set back to the last stage. So now what you're going to want to do is head to the west wing door, interact with it, and you'll be able to enter the area. Survive the lockdown and you'll find a room that's been flooded. There's a deadly crocodile in the waters of this area, so use nightmare mode to go to the other side of it and interact with the piece of paper found on the shelving. Make a note of the number found on this piece of paper and head back out. Whilst you're in the west wing, if you explore a little bit more, you'll find a room with a chest of drawers. Inside these drawers will be a fuse that you'll need to open the next area. Take the fuse and head into the underground section near where you find Ted at reception, and then what you should be able to do is place the fuse into section 1. What you can then do is head to the east wing door, open it, survive the lockdown, and you should find the last piece of paper that you need with the code on it right at the end of the hallway on a bookcase to your left. You should now have a 4-digit code that you can punch into the security door found in the west wing, and that will open the underground bunker. Now at this point, you'll need to gather 4 symbols, 2 of which can be found here on the ground floor. These symbols are displayed on a series of TVs with a number on the bottom of them. The first can be found right at the end of the hallway in the west wing to the left, and the second can be found in the cafeteria of the east wing. Next, head back into the fuse room, take it out from slot 1 and put it into slot 3. By doing so, you should be able to head upstairs and go into the east wing ward, survive another lockdown, and then head into one of the laboratories in which you'll find a 3rd TV. Next, as you probably guessed, you want to take out the fuse from slot 3, put it into slot 4, head upstairs, go into the west ward wing, clear out the lockdown, and you'll find the 4th TV in another laboratory. Now you have your 4 symbols, head back into the secret security room that we opened earlier, enter the 4 symbols that you found in order to the machine in the middle, and interact with the center console to accept the code. Now that you've done this, there'll be no more lockdowns and every area will now be open. What you're then going to want to do is shoot open 3 vents around the map. This is to make the next step of the Easter egg a lot less tedious. The first can be found in the cafeteria of the east wing ground floor, the second can be found right at the end of the hallway on the ground floor of the west wing, and the third and final one can be found in the room of baths in the east wing ward on the 2nd floor. With all 3 shot open, head to the east wing 2nd floor in the ward section and interact with the big silver door to start the next part. A cutscene will play and you'll then have to face Yuri. Normal weapons can't damage him, the only way to kill him would be with an RCXD. To find this, you need to go into his lab, but first you must lure him away. Now the zombie YouTuber named Glitch had an awesome recommendation on how to do this easily, and that's effectively to go to the other side of the map on the ground floor, shoot your weapon so Yuri appears next to you, and then G-slide and walk your way without running back up to the 2nd floor east wing, head into the lab, pick up the remote control and the RCXD itself, place the RCXD down, and then pull out the remote control with right on your D-pad, and you'll then be able to control the RCXD, at which point you shall be safe from Yuri. Sometimes a zombie may come and attack you whilst you're controlling it, so if you see your health bar dwindle, come out of the RCXD, melee the zombie, and then head back into it. But with the RCXD now in full control, in the current build, Yuri seems to ignore you and the remote control car itself. The one thing you want to do is avoid the electric traps that he places on the floor. If your car hits it, you'll have to head over to the car manually and interact with it, which is a very dangerous process when Yuri is still roaming around. It takes a fair while to repair with the interaction button, and not only that, you'll have to head back into Yuri's lab to grab a new remote control. Now to use the RCXD to destroy Yuri, you'll need to follow the yellow arrows provided to you whilst you're driving it, and they should lead you to the vents that we shot open earlier. Go into all 3 of them, drive over the explosive devices, and your RCXD will rig itself with explosives. While still in control of the car, find Yuri and detonate right next to him, and it should kill him. Head over to his corpse, grab the key card, and you're ready for the next step. Head back into reception and rip the head off Ted by interacting with him. Take Ted's head up to Yuri's lab and place him onto the body found in the lab itself. With the key card that you picked up from Yuri, you should then be able to interact with the terminal nearby, and what will happen is Ted will be placed in one side of the machine and the other side of the machine will open for you to walk in. Walk into the machine, enjoy the results, and then head to the center part of the 2nd floor. You should find a grand door leading to the director's office, which you can now open. But before you do this, head to the ground floor and go into Dr. Gersh's office, interact with the drawers found within, and you should be able to find a safe cracker. With that safe cracker acquired, head back up to the director's office, shoot this painting down, and what you should then be able to do is unlock the safe with the newly found safe cracker. Inside, you'll find a chapel key. Grab this and head to the chapel found on the 2nd floor. In the chapel, what you'll want to do is interact with the chronorium on the other side of it, survive the lengthy lockdown lockdown, grab the Chronorium once it's calmed down, kill the Blight Father that spawns, head back to the director's office again and place the Chronorium into the bookcase. What will then happen is a secret passage will open, you can head down and enter the boss fight. On your way to the boss fight, there's a flooded tunnel in which you cannot run, and you have to defend yourself from an army of zombies that run towards you. A quick note for this is that if you pop an adrenaline with L1, you should be able to move a lot faster through it and interact with the doors on the other side. Once you interact with these doors, a cutscene will play and you'll be entering the boss fight. Now, scattered around this boss fight arena should be 3 or 4 adrenaline shots, which are absolutely critical to getting this done quickly. All you're going to want to do is dodge the chairs that he throws at you whilst putting as many bullets into him as possible. Enemies will spawn around you, and when things get a little too overwhelming, you can pop an adrenaline to get double tap, stamina up, and juggernog for a temporary time. During this time, you become an absolute unit that does a lot more damage to the boss. Once you've used one adrenaline shot, make sure you grab another from the local area, and so it's a simple case of popping an adrenaline shot and continuously shooting the boss. Scattered around are also some free ammo refills, which should definitely help, especially if you're using a wonder weapon, which I also have guides up for very soon. Once you've taken over 50% of the enemy's health, he'll leap forward and start going more close quarters with his attacks. There'll also be more surrounding zombies, so make sure you're using the nightmare mode to regenerate health, and just play your cards right and you should be able to get this boss fight done in 3 to 5 minutes. Once defeating the boss, you'll have successfully beaten the map, and the end credits as well as the final cutscene will play. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this guide helped. If it did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.